Hello, Beez Bladers. Welcome back. Welcome newcomers to the channel. I am stoked like always when I get to open up a box and check out a new knife with you guys and gals. This, of course, is a petrified fish, and I got two of them, and I didn't know which one was which because they don't put a label on the box. I wish they would label the boxes. So I did pre-cut this and take a peek so I knew which one was which. But thank you channel members, thank you patrons, and thank you subscribers. You guys are all freaking amazing. You get this nice cloth with it. Cloth? You get a nice cloth with it. By the way, this is the Civivi Riffle. I almost forgot the name. I love this knife. This is one of my favorites. I've had it for at least a year now. I'll put links to every knife you see in the video in the description of this video. Now, look at this. Look at that. You get all extra hardware. That is pretty cool. So that is cool. That is something that a couple companies are starting to do now. I guess they're learning, you know, rather than having to replace screws when people strip them and stuff like that, that they're sending a whole set of extra hardware. Now this is the, oh, very nice. The Petrified Fish Havrog. Would you look at it? Just look at it. Now that's some micarta. I love me some micarta. This is the Havrog PFP04, and it feels hefty. Ooh, check it out, Damascus. We'll go all the way around. Let me get this thing off of here. We'll go, you get the little card with the little petrified fish on it, but giving you a little, ooh, yeah, look at that. Would you look at it? A little bit of texture vision. If I can hold still for long enough, I'm trying to hold my cool. I didn't drink too many coffees. Oh, and a very nice back spacer, micarta back spacer. You can see through there. We'll see what the inside looks like because we're going to take it apart. We're going to disassemble it. I already see some bearings in there. The question is, are they steel or are they ceramic? Check those out. Those are pretty cool. I like them. I like the looks of that Damascus. We'll see how well it works here in just a second. And look at this, a titanium. Yeah, titanium pocket clip. Is it reversible? No. Give me a reversible clip. Every knife company. I wear a knife, carry a knife. It is kind of pocket jewelry. I carry a knife in both pockets, so I prefer reversible, but we'll check out the pocket clip in a second. Let's see what this knife looks like. You ready? Pow, right in the kisser. Ooh, yeah. That's as good as it looks in the pictures, if not better. Yes, look at that blade. Oh, would you look at it? That's what I'm talking about right there. Big old tall slicey blade, baby. Oh, yeah. Speaking of slicey, let's check out this blade right now. Has a really nice finish to it. Nice and clean. Very nice and clean. And look at that. That is pretty cool. I like the looks of that Damascus. Trying to hold still enough so you can get a good look at it. And some jimping. The jimping is not very grabby. I need a little more grabby. We'll check that out when we check out the ergos here in just a second. But there's your PF logo. And you do have room before you get to the plunge grind. You can do some sharpening before you get up to the plunge grind. So not too bad in the sharpening tool department. But very nice. You have a big old pocket lanyard hole there. So you know what? Let's see if it cuts. Right out of the box, what's she gonna do? Ooh, yeah. Nice and clean. Feels nice and clean. Ooh, so fresh and so clean. Yes. That's a very nice edge. I will take it. All right, let's take a quick stab at the weight and we'll do the specs in less than 60 seconds. You know what? It doesn't weigh as much as the Manix 2. I'm gonna go with 4.5, 4.5, and it is 4.48 ounces. Oh, 4.49 ounces. Are you kidding me? That was pretty darn close. All right. Are you ready? Are you set? So from tip to tip, we're 7.53 inches. You have a drop point blade, kind of spear pointy, with Bowler K110 steel. You have a satin stone wash. Your total blade length and the sharpened blade length are 3.15 inches. Your blade width's 1.12 inches. Your blade stock thickness is a hefty 152 thousandths of an inch. Behind the edge is 18 thousandths of an inch with a nice flat grind from here down. Your handle material is a micarta, and from tip to tip closed, you're 4.35 inches. Your handle width's 1.02 inches. Your closed width's 1.47 inches. Handle thickness is 0.61 inches. You have a thumb stud for opening. It's a liner lock. You have T8 and T6s for your hardware. The designer is Andrei Krygov, and this is a Petrified Fish Havrog PFP04. We've checked out the finish, but definitely I want to stop and show you this. I'm guessing that is the designer mark for Krygov. That's the only thing I can figure. And then right down here is the PFP04, and it's the Bowler K110 steel. Now, is it solid? It's absolutely solid, and no blade play, no lock rock, and I will put pictures up here of the different colors that'll be available, and they're going to run around 50 to 53 bucks, somewhere in that price range, and they are dropped and available on June 20th, 2022. So if you're seeing this video, then they are available. Go check them out. Now, how's our lockup look like? Wait a minute, let's look at the centering. The centering is dead centered, and look at that nice strong tip. That is a heavy duty blade, and oh my goodness, it's snappy. It's so snappy. Yeah, right there in the 45%. And how is it in and out of the pocket? Whoo, boy, the pocket clip is tight. And this look at that. Look at that. It looks so good. It does not have the texture that it looks like though. So just so you know, it has some texture, but not near as much as it looks. It's kind of I can't call it slick, but I can't say that it's rough either. It's somewhere in between. It definitely has a very good tactile feel to it. And so you know the size of this knife. Here's the QSP Penguin, and yeah, look at that. This thing has some girth, a little bit of heft going on. I'm going to lay it out with some other knives. That way you can get a good idea. Here is the Spyderco Tenacious, all decked out with the new purpley scales. Would you look how princey purpley they are? And the Ontario Rat 1. So yeah, you know how long those knives are. I'm sure you have one or both of these. These are nice budget knives. So it's shorter than those. And here's a couple more. Here's the Kubi KU322. And it has a name now. I just don't know what the name is called offhand, because I've always known it as the Kubi KU322. And here's the Orion Solaris. Okay, we're getting there. We're narrowing it down. Let's do a few more. How about the Civivi Brazen? Love the Brazen and the Civivi Riffle. Now we're getting in the territory, and you know what? This big old long flat grind, I'm liking that. I already know it's gonna be slice. And here's the Petrified Fish Baby Beluga, the mini Beluga. And this is one of my favorites from 2022 for me that I've been carrying almost every day is the KIZER Gemini. I love this knife. Okay, so now it's bigger than these. Now we're narrowing it down, and I'll just put up, two more. How about the Spyderco Para 3, and the knife you know you gotta get, the QSP Penguin. And there are 20, I don't know, 50, who knows how many different shapes, sizes, no, colors of the QSP Penguin you can get. So there you go. It's a nice sized knife. It is thicker. It is more hefty. It definitely has a little bit of heft to it. So if the regular knives that you see on the channel, or if you've went and got some, this one definitely gives you a lot of girth. Okay, let's check out the action and the ergos. Don't forget, speaking of action, hit the subscribe button and then tap that bell button right above it. Select all. And if you enjoy my content, you enjoy knife content, give me a thumbs up. I really appreciate it. That's a way you can support Beez Blades. All right, so I want to know already, can I reverse flick this? Okay. I was a little worried that it would be difficult. Oh, no, it's easy. Look at that. Pow, right in the kisser. So the pass-through is very nice. Oh, yeah. And, man, it is smooth right out of the box. Look at this. You don't even have to help it that much. Just a little bit of gravity. Oh, and it is super snappy. Here's your pass-through. Look at that. Super easy. Don't have to use my fingernail. I don't have to dig my finger. It's really easy to disengage. Super smooth. I bet you it has ceramic bearings in there. Oh, man. I keep thinking there's going to be a flipper. There's so many flipper knives that come through. Left-handed, it's very comfortable to use. I wish they had a left-handed pocket clip. That would be really nice. I wish more companies would do that for me. But that is good. So your hand, my hand, my hand is 4 inches from here to here, 3.5 from here to here, and from the bottom of my palm to the tip of my middle finger is 7.25. Let's see how the ergos are. The ergos are good. Ooh, yeah, they're comfortable. Ooh, I don't feel the pocket clip at all. The only thing I can feel if I'm digging my fingers in is the inside of the, what do you call that stuff? The scales. I need to slow down. Less coffee. No, actually, I haven't had any coffee. But yeah, it's comfortable for your classic grip like this. That is a nice ramp for your thumb. The jimping works. It could be a little more aggressive. Just a little more aggressive. It doesn't grab my skin as much as I prefer, but it definitely does the job. And it's nice that it doesn't have a flipper. My hand just naturally wants to hold it up here. Now, it's not a finger choil, but that flat is very nice for cutting and Push cutting is going to be really good. You can get back here. Yeah, I don't see any problems. And I like this nice and slicey blade. And you can also use it for utility cuts. Look at that, how it just fits the hand. Pretty neutral. It doesn't look neutral from here, but you just have this one spot right there that's typically on a knife. So yeah, that's really nice. That's comfortable. This is a nice solid knife. You know what? Let's take it apart and then we'll come back and do final thoughts. All right, let's take this bad boy apart. So look at here. This tells me that we probably have a D-shaped pivot, and get you a Weehaw bit set. If you get a cheap set, you guys already know, if you're used to hearing the channel, if you get a cheap set, you'll just strip them. And look at this. This is a backup. It is a great backup. It has saved my butt many times doing disassemblies. And I have one in my truck, one at work, and these are Torx bits, by the way. So I'm going to put some pressure and pay attention. That way I don't strip anything, and then you're good to go. And if you ever have trouble and it doesn't want to let go, a couple tips you can do. And, you know, check with the warranty. You know, it's all up to you if you take a knife apart, but check with the warranty. But if you want to take your knife apart, just like I do on most of these videos, if you have one that's tough, I have used the hot water, and let's see how many body screws we just have. 1, 2, and then the pivot. I'm going to put them in line, so I put them back in the same spot. We'll see if I do or not. I usually flub something up and you guys catch it, so I'm going to put them in line there. There you go. But you can use super hot tap water and just run the pivot under hot tap water, and that can help release some tough Loctite. Other than that, another thing you can do is if you have a like a woodworking kit, and I'm putting some pressure on there, you can just heat it up just for a few seconds. It doesn't take much. It'll help release that thread locker. And if you're going to use thread locker when you put your screws back in, make sure you use medium. I have a link in the description of the right kind to use so you don't mess up and use the super duper red Loctite. All right, so have all the screws out. Everything's falling apart nicely. Here's your scale. Not much to it. All right, so I saw something go rolling. Here's my stop pin. I'm going to put my stop pin, where am I going to? I'm going to put it up here where I forget it. So you guys can be like, hey, it's up there, dude. And the scale, or there's the liner. It's pretty clean. It's very clean. So I just have a piece of cloth. You can use any kind of cloth. I like to use the microfiber. And I have some rubbing alcohol. I think it's 70% rubbing alcohol just to wipe it off. And this is how clean it is right from the factory. Wow, very nice. Very, very nice. And you can see they have the open end of the ceramic ball bearings facing outwards, which are going to go into that path right there. See where they're starting to make a little path? That's very nice. And let's take this blade off of here. And you can see those are also facing outwards towards the liners. And, you know, it doesn't really need clean because this is, wow, this is super, super clean. And our pivot, look at that. It's D-shaped. And where is it matching up to stop it? And look at that, D-shaped right there. Yeah, baby. Don't forget to join us at Beez Blades live at the Hive on Friday nights. Oh, right. You thought I wasn't going to do it. But we have a lot of fun. And I always mention it because we have new folks every week. And you know what? There you go. So let's put this thing back together. I'm going to get a couple doodads. I always use these. I have links to these in the description. Get you some KPL knife pivot lube. There's original, and here is KPL heavy. I'm going to try to, you know what? I'm going to use the KPL heavy right now. You guys, I know, are watching me like a hawk. I'm going to put one drop right in here, right inside the detent ball, the detent hole. There we go. So I put a big old drop. It's a nice heavy, or a kind of a deep detent hole. I don't even know what I was saying. I lost my train of thought. I was like so proud of myself that I remembered the KPL heavy the last couple times. I put it on after the fact, which you can do. It's no big deal. So I'm just putting some KPL original around the pivot and then in there. And I'm going to go ahead and put this, you know, I didn't clean these off. Let me show you. I know there's new people here every time. Look at that. Look at those ball bearings. Aren't those sweet? I just love them. Love them. I like them a lot. Now, depending on when you're watching this, if you're watching this before July 1st, 2022, then good for you. This is a little announcement. You do not, and I stress, you do not want to miss the July 1st. I don't know what I'm going to call it. Not extravaganza, but it's going to be a huge live stream. And you are if you don't normally come to the live stream, which a lot of people do, but if you don't, that might be a night you want to come check it out and hang out with us. Now, I didn't make a little path. You see this, see right here, that little line through there? Usually I'll get the KPL Heavy and make a line with the KPL Heavy, but this time I'm just putting it in the detent ball and see how that does. So I'm going to put this dude back on. And then up here's a stop pin. I remembered where that was. So far, so good. But yeah, I am super, super, super excited for our July 4th weekend. It is going to be fun. And if you're watching this after July 4th, don't worry. I have all kinds of events with fun things all the time on the live streams. And you can come hang out with us and see what the hubbub's all about. Let's see. I already got some on there. And I'm just going to put a little bit more on here. I don't go heavy duty with the KPL. Sometimes I put too much. But just, oh, come on. Just putting a little bit on here. But we do all kinds of fun stuff at the live stream. And if you're driving right now, a lot of folks will listen to this while you're driving. They won't watch, they listen. Just saying. But if you're driving right now, I hope you're having a great day. And then there's other folks that wake up in the morning, they have coffee with Beez, a little bit of knife content, checking out the new knives. And, you know, this one right here, you can't get any newer than the day that I'm releasing this video, because it is being released today. So let's see if everything is going back how it's supposed to. I think it is. What? What? We shall see. What did I miss? Let's see. I got the KPL. I put the bearings on. And, you know, I haven't shown the wee stubby in I don't know, the last couple disassemblies. You definitely want one of these because it gives you good torque and you won't spin and strip a screw. I'm going to put the second one at the end where it goes. You know, I'm not going to say that this is going to be a flawless disassembly, but I'm paying more attention this time than I normally do just because. I give you guys too many reasons to yell at the screen because when I start talking, I just get into auto mode and I forget what I'm doing. Yeah, let's see. I still have my screws in this, and I think it's pretty cool. That's a pretty nice pocket clip. The titanium clip they put on there, that's kind of an upgrade. That's pretty nice. I'm just going to get one of these screws started. Let's see. I'm going to do it like this. I'm just going to hold it. Get in the hole. It's your home. There we go. And all these bit drivers, there's links to all of this stuff. I have 10% off the White Mountain knives. By the way, KPL stands for Knife Pivot Lube, if I didn't say that earlier. They have knife maintenance supplies, and then they have the KPL Knife Pivot Lube, obviously. And then you can get doodads there. And I also have links to doodads where you can get a bunch of them real cheap. All right, so let's see what this feels like. Oh, man, it's already solid. Oh, and it's drop shutty. Seriously? All right, let's go to the big... And we're back. So, you saw how easy it was to clean, and oh my goodness, it is just so smooth. Look at that. So what do I think about it? The Petrified Fish PFP04 Havrog. I like the handle. I like a little bit of thickness to the handle. It's not as thin as some of the knives. You saw what it was against the QSP Penguin. I like it. It has a good grip. It's comfortable. Depending on what size hand you have, you know the size of my hand. If you have a extra large hand, my hand, you know, is about 4 inches from here to here. If your hand's bigger than that, you'll still have some room for your pinky back here, and you have plenty of room to choke up if you really want to get in it to win it. So you don't have a flipper in the way. That is really nice. It has well, you know what? You can pinch it open. So it has at least 3 deployment methods. You can use your thumb. You can pinch it open. It's easy, very easy to use your middle finger to finger flick it. So I like it. I think it's worth $53. Definitely worth it. It's stoddy. It's very stoddy. I'm always going to make it up a new word, aren't I? But it's a real sturdy knife. Let me know what you think about it. And if you don't have a comment about the knife and you're just chilling watching the knife content, let me know what you had for breakfast. Tell me what you're doing. Tell me how your day went. I hope you're having a fantastic day. And if you're not, I hope your day just gets better. Until I see you in the chats or see you at the live streams, remember to live life in the present, keep a Band-Aid handy, and don't cut yourself.